All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Connected Community Health Support. My name is Jacob Carroll, and we are here live with day 24 of our free bodyweight exercise program. You don't need any equipment. All you need is a little bit of space and 45 minutes of your free time to get this workout done. And if you're just new to us, we offer this bodyweight exercise training every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. with Seth Spicer, at 12 p.m. with myself, Jacob, and 5:30 p.m. with Adam Fox. And, we're doing this because we just want to make health and fitness information accessible to everybody. There's a lot of various exercises such as, maybe not having the money, not having the transportation, maybe not having the time, or maybe, you just feel uncomfortable in the gym. Well, we are here for you offering, free full body exercise programming from the comfort of your home. But enough of all the chatting here. We're going to get right into the workout pretty shortly here because, I want to keep this right to a 45 minutes to work with everybody's time constraints. We got a 5-minute warm up. It's going to go through 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds of rest. We're going to move through 3 times. And, if you're just finding this now, if you want to catch up with some of our previous workouts, make sure you check out the Facebook and the YouTube. The link tree is in the bio. And, you can see what we've been doing for these past 8 weeks, building people up, working from 20 seconds of work to 20 seconds of work and 40 seconds of rest up until now where we're at 45 and 45. So been progressing right along here. Lastly, always consult your physician before starting an exercise program. We don't want anybody getting hurt, and your physician knows best. But enough of all the jibber jabber. Let's get into the workout. All right, we got 5-minute warm up coming on up. Follow along with me. All right, let's get into it. So first move here, the warm up, we're working on these T-spine rotations. So I want you to stand up nice and tall. Pretend like you are grabbing onto the steering wheel of a car and you are going to be rotating one arm back, then get it back center, then rotating with the other arm. Try to keep these hips facing forward with this one. Try to make all of that rotation coming from the mid-back. And to get things warmed up a little bit here on this Friday. I don't know how the weather's looking like for everybody watching here live or recorded, but the weather in New York is a little bit bipolar. We're almost at 50 degrees today. Last time I was streaming, we were right around 90 degrees, so pretty big difference. Starting to become pretty typical for New York, though, so I'm not even surprised. But anyways, enough of that T-spine rotation. Let's get the hips warmed up for today's workout. We're going to be moving the leg out and coming back in. Same thing, doing the same thing with the other leg. And of course, if you want some extra stability here, grab onto a wall. You can accomplish the same goal. We're just going to be stepping out, getting these hips kind of warmed up here. The same thing, you don't got to get crazy hype with this. For a lot of people, it might just be better to just get this leg moving, get this hip moving. A lot of these motions we're going to get in this workout, they can be difficult going for 45 seconds, but a lot of these are movements that relate to everyday life, movements you are probably already doing in everyday life before getting this workout. So we're working on that form, getting these patterns better. And so things will start warming up a little bit more even in these first few exercises. Just want to get a quick warm up, get the movement going, get the heart rate up maybe a little bit before getting into this workout. But all right, now we got the hips looking good. Let's work on the neck a little bit. So we're just going to be doing some small neck circles. You don't got to get a huge range of motion here. We're just rocking the head around, waking up these muscles. Now, sometimes, especially if you have a desk job, spend a lot of time sitting, these muscles can get pretty stiff. So, just doing some basic small head rolls, getting things loosened up a little bit here. Now I want to do a few looking over the shoulder. Try to look behind you. Don't move the body. Don't rotate the hips, the shoulders, chest, nothing like that. We're just moving the neck here. Keep looking a few more each side. And again, we're not trying to crank on the neck till we find tension. We're just moving the neck through that range of motion. Now, I like to think with stretching, we should be trying to release tension, not create tension by really cranking on the joint at the end range, which is pretty common because you get that stretch sensation. we're moving to that end range, but that's not really what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to get these muscles active. We're not trying to really crank it at the end range. But all right, let's work on the shoulders now. Let's pretend you are drawing some small circles in the air. You can have the palms out. You can make a fist. It doesn't really matter here. Main thing is we are getting this shoulder moving. So come on, everybody, stay with me now. Remember, if you're feeling a burn, that's good, but pain is bad. You don't want to be, hurting yourself here. So same thing, maybe you were a little bit too high. Maybe you want to bring the range of motion down. Let's go the other way now so we can finish up this warm-up. Same thing, drawing those small circles in the air. Getting the shoulder capsule all warmed up for this workout coming up. All right, let's go in that same direction, really opening up. Now I'm trying to get these big circles in the air, going through the full range of motion in the shoulder. So let's go the other way now. Shoulder has a lot of range of motion, so really want to work on it. There you go. Give me 2 more here. And done. Great job, everybody. I hope you're feeling a little bit more warmed up now. If not, take yourself for these first few movements. Trying to keep it right to 45 minutes. Likely I would want to go a little bit longer of a warm-up, but, we have time constraints here. And, like I said, things will warm up in these first few exercises. But without further ado, our first move is our deadlift or reach to the ground. I like to think you can put the hands on the hips. You're kind of bending down like you're picking something up off the ground. Keep the hands on the hips. Just reach to the ground. Don't make it too complicated. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keep it moving, everybody. I'm just going to turn the volume off this timer so you don't have that potentially annoying ringing in your ear. But all right, everybody, come on, keep it up with those floor touches or those deadlifts. Whatever you want to call it, it's basically the same thing. Same thing, find that range of motion that works for you. Maybe some of you reaching all the way to the ground. Maybe some of you just getting a little bit of bend in the knees. Maybe you're going halfway. It doesn't matter. I think it's the first set. Find what works for you. Main important key here is trying to let the hips shift back. Keep that slight bend in the knees. Same thing, a common one is locking the knees out. We don't want to do that here with this one. We're done in 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Moving on to the next move. We have our bent over pull. So this one's going to be from that bent over position. Same thing, I like to find it by sliding hands down the hips. You can see hips shifted back, flat back. And we are going to be pulling the arms back, reaching them out in front, and pulling back from the strong position. Same thing, this could be pretty difficult on the legs holding this for 45 seconds. So one way, you can kind of go one arm at a time, maybe get a few reps in, then you maybe want to switch arms. Maybe you want to switch arms every time. Do what you got to do to get through this. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, I'm bending over and I'm pulling back. I like to think about this one. Think about doing a pull-up, but you're bent over. Even right here, see, this will be me doing a pull-up, kind of standing up. No, I'm not actually doing a pull-up. You get the idea, though. It's that same pulling motion, except we're bent over. You're going to have to resist gravity. It's going to put some stress or some resistance on the back of the shoulders and the back. And, of course, always going to have your legs working and core working when you got to hold this bent over position. Full body exercise here. Great job, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. All right, our next one, the raise the roof or overhead press. This can be a tough one. This one really gets the shoulders burning. So this one, just pretend like you are punching the ceiling. Don't make it too complicated. You're just punching up. Same thing. You go alternating arm. Doesn't matter. Do what works for you. This one could be pretty fatiguing, though. Definitely going to be feeling the burn of this one. And as always, if you want to add resistance, add weights, grab some textbooks, water bottles, dumbbells, resistance bands. It doesn't matter. You can add something here. But I don't know about you all, but I feel pretty good burn just my body weight. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I think punching the ceiling here with this one. Same thing, you control the pace. We're going for 45 seconds, so find what works for you. But let's keep it up, everybody. Come on, 30 more seconds. In my opinion, this is, to me at least, one of the hardest ones, in this circuit. So if you're getting through this one, shouldn't have too many problems with the rest of them. But then again, everybody's different. Maybe some of the lower body movements are easier for you. For me, my overhead range motion, my overhead strength isn't that great. So definitely going with these ones. Definitely feel the burn. But 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. All right, now next thing up, we got our knee raises, our marching in place. So a few variations here. We're trying to get that rotational movement across the body. So you can put the hands behind the head. You can put the hands out, try to reach across and bring the knee to that opposite hand. Or as always, if that's just feeling a little bit difficult, you just keep them marching in place. Just get the knees working. You can grab them onto the wall too. Same thing, try to get it across if you can. But if it's feeling good, just getting those legs pumping in place. And let's work on that. Come on, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And I'm going to be going from the hands behind the head. Same thing, this isn't going to work for everybody. Find the variation that's challenging, that you can get through for 45 seconds, that's helping you progress. That's what matters here. Great work, everybody. You are halfway through this one. Let's keep it up. Same thing, you can get the legs pumping a little bit faster, make it more intense. Maybe you want to pace yourself, maybe going a little bit slower. Do what works for you. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. We got squats coming up. I like to think of these. You're just sitting in a chair and standing up. The hinge, the hips are shifting back. With the squat, I like to think you're going down. So hinge, back, squat, down. Just pretend like you are sitting in a chair and standing up. Same thing, you can see it from the side. Here's me sitting on the couch and standing up. Looks pretty similar to the squat, right? That's because it basically is the same movement. So try to organize around that goal. When you were working on these bodyweight squats here, think about sitting in that chair and standing up, or just use the chair. That works great too. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, just squatting down, coming back up. Just again, another one, find that depth. Maybe you're only feeling comfortable going down a little bit. That's perfectly fine. You are still getting the hips, still getting the glutes. You're still working. Find that range motion, find that depth. That works for you. Same thing, maybe you're going to want to go a little bit lower with this one. Maybe that's where your mobility is. Maybe that's where your level is. If you're feeling crazy today, one way to make this one definitely a lot more difficult, you can add some squat jumps here. That's going to be tough for 45 seconds, but find out what you do. We're often ways to make it harder, easier. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Come on, next move coming on up. We got push-ups, 45 seconds. Remember, multiple variations. You can go on the wall. The further you are away, the harder it's going to be. Do it on the edge of the couch if you want. Same thing. This will be a little bit harder. Not as hard as going all the way to the ground. Same thing as always. You can go from your knees. This is one of my favorite variations. Helps me control the form, control the range of motion. You can go from your knees. You can go from your feet. Get ready. Find what works for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds of pushing. It's not easy. Same thing, another variation here is you can just find a position and just push off the ground as hard as you can. There's another way to just activate those muscles isometrically. Maybe you want to find a position in the push-up. Maybe you want to just hold, this position, kind of more of a plank, type exercise, but you are still getting this motion this push. That's why we're doing the push-up. It's one of the few ways we can work on this motion with body weight, with no equipment. So I'm sorry if it's getting a little repetitive, but it is one of the best motions for this pushing movement. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, great job, everybody. Complicated move coming up here. We have ITYs with extensions. So if you've been with us, you might remember these ITYs. I straight up, Y 45-degree angle, T going out. We're going to be doing these from a bent over position. Shoulder from the front, I, Y, T, but we're adding one more. It's going to be extension, palms up, the move from last week. So we're going I, Y, T, extension. So thumbs up in the I, thumbs up in the Y, back of the hand up, and then palms up. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, another way to modify this one, go one arm at a time. Same thing, you can make it easier on the legs, going one at a time. Same thing, if you can get both of them going, let's try for it. It's a pretty complicated move. We're hitting almost all the range of motion in the shoulder. This is a great exercise for the core, the shoulder, the hips, the back. Come on, great job, everybody. Stick with me. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Way to work on that one. Last move here, the circuit. Then we got 2 more times through. This is going to be our standing punches. You know, I'm no martial arts expert, no boxing expert by any means. I barely know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing with the exercise portion, maybe not fighting. But we're just going to be standing here throwing punches because this is a great cardio workout. Gets the core working, gets the arms pumping. Great way to burn some calories, get the heart rate up, and work on that aerobic capacity. We're going for 45 seconds. Come on, show me as many punches as you can in place. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, just sitting here punching in place. Keep those arms pumping this whole 45 seconds, people. Let's go. Come on, it's the last move in here in the circuit. Let's finish strong. Keep them pumping. There we go. Everybody more than halfway. Same thing, you can slow down the pace. Maybe you're feeling pretty tired here. But if you can, come on, let's pump it up. Finish strong these last 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. First set down. 2 more to go. Feeling good? It's Friday. If you're not actually watching this on Friday, because you could be watching this recorded as well. But live, it's Friday. We're going into Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a good one. So, you know, maybe this is going to be your last workout of the week. Maybe you're going to be enjoying yourself this weekend. So, you know, let's finish out the week strong. Let's end on a good note. End on a good workout. Go into this weekend right. We got our floor touch coming on up again. Remember, just like you're picking something up off the ground, like you got a heavy box. You're just picking up and standing up, try to organize around that goal. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And same thing, when you think about doing a deadlift, some people lock out those legs. You're picking something up in real life. Would you ever just lock out the legs like that? No, probably not. Keep a slight bend in the knees. Strong base of support. And you're just bending over to pick that object up, standing back up straight. Come on, we're more than halfway through. And if you can pick up the pace here, let's do it. Great job, everybody. Way to stick with it. Keep picking that object up and standing up. And as always, if you want to add resistance, you got anything you can pick up and put down, that's a great way to make it harder. We're done in 3, 2, 1. Great job. Went a little bit over on that one. I apologize. But get ready. We got bent over pulls. Remember, pretend you're doing a pull-up, except bent over. Remember, find that bent over position. Find that strong back. Let the hands come down the knees. See, when I'm resting here, I'm in a pretty resting position. And I got a pretty flat back right now. That's what we want with this movement. So you're getting in that strong position. And pull, try to keep the elbows high. Don't let them sink. Try to keep them up. Pulling back like we're doing that pull-up, bent over. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. There we go. Great move. You can go fast or slower. And the same thing, this is another one. You can modify. Put that arm down. Maybe you want to get a few reps with one arm. Then I'm putting it down. Switching it up. Do what works for you. I know I sound like a broken record. I say that a lot here. But really, it's probably the most important thing. You don't want to do something that's challenging for somebody else. Do what's challenging for you. That's how you get better. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Great job. Way to get the body moving on this Friday. All right, we got raise to roofs. Second time through, our raise should be up. We're going to just be punching to the ceiling. Remember, like you're trying to put a hole in your ceiling. You can alternate each time. Grab some dumbbells, grab some resistance bands. If you want, it's a way to make it more intense. This can be pretty intense even without that, depending on your speed. You never, trust me, it really doesn't look like a hard move. But man, once you get in it, you realize that, my arms are pretty heavy. I never really thought about it myself either, but let's go. Same thing, just your body weight can be a great workout. That's what we're here to show everybody today. You don't need equipment. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to go to the gym to get a good workout in. You can get a good workout from the comfort of your own home with ConnectedCHS. Just follow along with our body weight workouts. We're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. And the same as always, check out our social media, link tree in the bio. You can see all of our previous workouts. I know this one is pretty tough. If you want to work with us from the beginning, make sure you go check out day one on the YouTube and Facebook. And we are done. Great job, everybody. Knee raise coming on up here. Same thing, modifications here. We got options. So you can go from the back of the head, bringing the elbow to the knee. We can reach going to the opposite hand. We can just get the legs moving in place. If this is a pretty difficult move, I don't care if you are getting the leg an inch off the ground. See, look, this is what I'm doing right now. You see my body shifting, stabilizing on one leg, using the core, just finding that balance. And guess what we do when we walk? Oh, yeah, we got to find balance, core stability, balancing the legs. But enough talking. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing. I know you're like, how does this transfer from to everyday life? And that's how we do a lot of single leg stability every time we walk. So same thing, even getting the leg off the ground for a second, like you do in walking, can really help find core strength, core stability, and especially this one, we're getting rotational movement, we're getting the hips, core, and upper body all working in unison, nothing isolated. Another way that transfers to real life. Because let's be honest, how many times in real life do you isolate just a single muscle group like you might do with bicep curls or something like that in the gym? It usually doesn't happen. It is a way to target a specific muscle, but we don't use just a specific muscle during most real world events or, and just moving objects in general. So why not use stuff that uses the whole body? Just like this body weight workout, core, hips, upper body, lower body, all coming together in one movement. But enough talking. We got squats coming on up. Remember, just sitting in the chair and standing up. Find the depth that works for you. Same thing if you got a chair, you got a couch, you can just sit down and stand up. I'm telling you, that's a squat. I'm actually going to do it like this for this next set. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, I'm sitting down and standing up. I promise you, this is a squat. I know someone might tell you different. Some might be, oh, you gotta engage your glutes, gotta engage your core for it to be a squat. You know, obviously those things will likely happen as you are doing a squat. That doesn't mean you need to think about it for it to happen. You know, when you walk, do you think about contracting your glute, or do you just walk? Your glute's still contracting, whether you're thinking about it or not, or you wouldn't be able to walk. So it's a good way to think about it. Our body, our brain is pretty smart. Organize around the goal of the movement if you can. 3, 2, 1, and done. Same thing, push-ups. Let's organize it around that goal. Don't think about squeezing those specific muscles. You know, let's organize around the goal. If you're doing it from the wall, the goal of the wall push-up is to push yourself away from the wall. And you know, sometimes I challenge you to try to find that difference. Whatever what you might think a push-up is, and then just organizing on a simple goal of push my body away from the wall. How much of a slight difference in the wording, but a huge difference in how it feels can make. So everybody get ready. Do it on the wall, the floor, the edge of the couch, whatever you got to do. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 45 seconds of push. Come on, great job, everybody. Keep that pace up. It's a long time. But if you got to take a break, don't worry about it. Maybe you got to take a few seconds, maybe try to get a few more reps in after that. Find out what works for you. We got halfway there. Great job, everybody. 10 more seconds. Come on, finish strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, we got one of our more complicated moves in here. I think a lot going on with this one. We got I, thumbs up. We got Y at the 45-degree angle, thumbs up. We got the T, arms straight out, palms up to the wall, right? And then we got the extension, palms up to the wall. So we got thumb, thumb, back of the hand, and palms. 4 different shoulder motions. Get almost hitting all the range of motion in our shoulders. This is a tough one. Remember, you can use your hand, go one at a time. Do what you got to do to get this one done. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to be showing from the side. Moving right through. We got 4 different shoulder motions coming in here together. It's not easy. It's pretty advanced movement. That's why same thing. If you want to go one at a time, it's going to be burning on the quads. You're holding it for 45 seconds, and we're doing that in multiple moves. Same thing, nothing wrong with going one at a time. Let's keep it up. Come on, 15 more seconds. Find the variation that works. Let's get through it. Great job, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, believe it or not, we're already back at punches. Move along real quick here. Remember, channel that Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. Maybe you're channeling your inner Jake Paul. Who knows? He's a boxer now, I guess. But regardless, we're just going to be sitting here, find a nice strong base. I like to think if you were going to be throwing these punches, stand in a stance where nobody could knock you over. I got my knees bent, a little bit bent over. Same thing, this is where I feel stable. This is where I feel strong. Find that strong and stable position for you. Because we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get them up. Let me see those fists flying. Come on, we're just punching in place. Get those arms pumping as fast as you can. If you're really working on your punch speed, main thing is here, you're getting the core working, you're getting the arms moving. Then they maybe got a little bit of bounce in your step while you're doing this. We're just throwing punches. Come on. 15 more seconds, people. Come on, finish this set strong. And we're starting back from the top. Great job, everybody. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That's how you get after it, people. Great job. Great job. All right, we're going back from the top. Floor touches or deadlifts. I don't care what you call it, it's the same thing. Reaching down like you are picking an object off the ground. Same thing, don't lock those knees out like I'm doing here. Try to keep a nice, slight bend in the knee. Let the hips shift back. Same thing, you find that by letting the hands slide down. Same thing, you might get a good idea of where your range of motion is in this movement. See, mine's all the way back down to the ground. Same thing, my back curves a little bit at the end range. So find that range that works for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, try to keep the arms close to the body as you're bending down. It'll help you set those hips back. Great job, everybody. Same thing, if you're feeling this in the low back while you're doing this move, maybe lessen up the range of motion a little bit. Maybe cut it out altogether. You should be feeling this mostly, in your hips, glutes, hamstrings. Same thing if you're feeling like a pain or some uncomfortable feeling in your lower back, maybe sit this exercise out. Maybe try it a different way, different range of motion that might feel a little bit more comfortable. But 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. We got our bent over pull coming on up next. So remember, find that strong bent over position, flat back, knees bent, hips shifted back a little bit. And we are going to work on just pulling the arms, reach the arms out in front and pull them back. Try to keep those elbows high. And then we don't want them, super, super high, but we don't want, the elbows coming into this kind of row position. Trying to do a pull back like you're doing that pull up. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Anything, just reaching the arms above, coming right back. Remember, this is the last time doing this move, so if you want to challenge yourself, try to make it harder here. But as always, still pace yourself. We still got 6 more moves after this one. Come on. Halfway done. Let's work. Great job, everybody. Come on, keep that body moving. We got 10 more seconds. Dig deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job with that one. It's not an easy move. And my favorite and least favorite at the same time. We got our raise the roof coming up. Remember here, punch the ceiling. I want you to pretend like you're putting a hole in your ceiling, like you're trying to break the ceiling. Same thing. Just punching, like you're throwing the punch right up. You can alternate. Go one at a time. Go slow. Go fast. Pace yourself. Maybe you want to pause at the top. Give yourself a second. Do whatever you got to do. Come on. We got to go get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to alternate. That's what I'm feeling this time. Mixing it up a little bit. I will say, though, I feel like I'm getting a lot better at these raise the roofs. And when these first got introduced, I was having a tough time, I'll be honest with you. Pretty new move for me, but, even, doing these, 3 times a week in this workout. Actually, I guess you're coming through every day, you're doing this 9 times a week. So, I mean, that's definitely a good way to build up your strength in this movement. Same thing, it definitely gets easier over time. I definitely feel less fatigued than I did the first time doing this. So I'm making progress right along with you guys. We're done in 3, 2, 1. Great job. Halfway through this last set, come on. Show me what you got. We got knee raises coming up. Remember, we can go from behind the head. We can go to the opposite hand. We can just get them pumping in place. We can grab onto the wall, get that extra stability and support. Same thing, it's single leg stability, slowing into that glutes, getting the hips and the core moving at once. It's again rotation. A lot of things happening at once. It's a little complicated. That's why I like to say organize around the goal. Don't worry about those internal things. If your goal is to bring that knee to the elbow, then let's try to do that in the most effective way for you. Everybody might have slightly different strategies. It's not like we have a whole ton of weight bearing on this movement. We have no weight bearing on this movement besides our own body weight. So no low probability of hurting yourself. But everybody, come on, keep it up. Get those legs pumping a little bit faster if you can. Same thing, get as close as you can, but don't feel bad about mixing it up. Same thing, there's ways to make this a little bit different challenges. And we're done in 3, 2, 1. Great job. 4 more moves, people. We got squats, push-ups, ITY variations, and punches. Remember, squats coming up. Sit down in that chair and stand back up. Remember, hinge, the deadlift, the floor touch. That's where the hips are going back. In the squat, you're going down. One's more bending over, one's more sitting down. So that's how I like to organize. Pretend you are sitting in a chair and standing up. Let's make it as relatable to everyday life as possible so we have that skill transfer. We're getting going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, there's ways to make it easier, ways to make it harder. You don't got to go full range. You just get a little bit. You don't got to get a whole ton of depth. Maybe you're just, getting these muscles working a little bit, and then you're working the same muscles, different intensities. Don't feel bad. We're progressing. We're getting better over time. But, if you're like, hey, I'm going as deep as I can, I'm still not feeling a great burn, I'll show you. Add some jump squats in there. A little bit more high impact. But trust me, 45 seconds of these, I don't care what shape you're in, you're going to be burned. Especially if you really try to force yourself to jump as high as you can. But 3, 2, 1, and we are done with that. All right, push-ups coming up next. Remember, use the wall, use the couch, use the floor. Modify. The main thing that we get this pushing motion. It's one of the foundational movement patterns. It's kind of how our chest and shoulders were designed to be active. Maybe for our shoulders, this is one of our shoulder range of motion. The shoulder has a lot more, but a lot of this chest, muscle action is helping with this pushing above head, pushing forward. So let's get this motion rocking here today. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And thing, find that variation that works for you. Find that intensity that works for you. Find a hand position that's comfortable, as always. Same thing, a common one here is, I don't know if you can tell as much from the side. I'll show it from this side. Dang, that doesn't really work. Well, what I was going to say is a common one for this is the elbows flaring out to the side. You want to try to keep almost a V shape with our back and our shoulders. Should be a little bit going back. We don't want them going straight out. We want them going back, trying to keep the elbows close to the body if we can. We're done though in 3, 2, 1. Great job with that, everybody. I know 45 minutes of pushing, it's tough. Take those breaks in between if you need it. We got our ITY with shoulder extension. Remember, we got I, thumbs up. Y, thumbs up. We got T, back of the hand up. And we got extension going back with the palms up. And so remember, don't feel bad about modifying. We're getting to the end of the workout here. You're going to be tired. You can go one at a time. Keep that hand on the leg to keep have some support, make it easier for yourself. But we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Great job, everybody. Let's keep working here. Come on, everybody. Let's finish strong. We got 2 more moves. Well, this one and 1 more, and then we're just into the cool down. So let's really dig deep here. Push yourself if you can. Get that pace up. Great job, everybody. 10 more seconds. Come on. I know you're working behind that screen. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And that's how you do it, everybody. Great job in here. All right, very last move. We still got a 40-second break. Get a drink. Mentally prepare yourself. We're going to get after it here in 30 seconds. So remember, we're just punching in place. It's the last set. Try to get going as fast as you can. Burn out here. Don't push yourself too hard. But same thing, make it challenging for yourself. You should be huffing and puffing a little bit after this workout. You should be having that heart rate up. We're going to cool you right back down after. So come on, let's finish strong here. Give me everything you got. Don't leave anything in the tank. It's the last move when we're going into the weekend. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, let's work, everybody. Get those punches flying. Great job. Come on, get them going fast. We got 30 more seconds. You are almost done with this workout. Come on, finish strong. Great job, everybody. Halfway through. Remember, strong stance. Get those punches flying. Let's go. Almost done. 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. You are done with the workout. Get a drink. Take a quick break here. But make sure you stick around for this cool down. Let's get the body in that recovery state. Just remember, gains happen during recovery. You break the muscle down when you are working out. We make those results. We get that. Sorry, I'm speaking over my words. But, you make those results. You get those gains during the recovery. That's the main point. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble speaking, I guess, here at the end of the stream. But without further ado, let's get into this cool down. First thing, give yourself a hug, pat on the back. Right arm over, then left arm over. Alternate each time. A little bit of a dynamic stretch here for the shoulder. Just loosen things up. We did some pushing, did some pulling, did some overhead work. Same thing, we just want to get these shoulders moving a little bit after the workout. Breath should be, slowing down a little bit. Really trying to control the breath. Same thing, you're breathing a little bit heavier in the workout. Try to slow the breath. Take a little bit deeper breaths here if you can. Try to focus on that here while we are working through these stretches. And of course, we will always finish with some just strictly breathing after we got some of this movement stuff in. But great job with that, everybody. Let's get the legs swinging. Grab onto a wall if you need it. We are just kicking the leg forward, swinging it back, getting that hip movement in here. Good job, everybody. I'll keep us swinging for a few more in here. All right, great job. Now we're going to switch the legs. Same thing, grab onto the wall. Get that leg swinging. And you don't got to get a ton of range of motion here. Just kind of swinging the leg like a pendulum. Getting some range of motion in here. So things might tighten up a little bit during that workout. Muscles get shortened with a lot of contractions. So, good way to kind of bring that full range motion back to the hip. All right, here's another one you could do seated or laying down. This one is just to kind of get some basic movements of the knee. So we did a lot of bending at the knee with those hinge and squats. We'll do with this leg. Just kicking the leg out. Like to pretend you are trying to kick a soccer ball as light as possible. So really controlling that range of motion. You can do that seated. Another good way is to kind of go against gravity with this one. So you can do it lying on your back. So then go one leg at a time. You do the same thing, pretend like you are kicking a soccer ball as light as possible. Bringing that range of motion back to the knee. We use it a lot in this workout. Same thing, switch legs. Get a few kicks in here. Same thing, seated or lying down. It doesn't really matter too much. Same thing, whatever feels best for you. Great job, everybody. Let's get a few more kicks in here. All right, great job. And, always like to finish things off here with some deep breathing. So I like to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Try to inhale, or try to exhale longer than you are inhaling. So if you're breathing in for 3 or 4 seconds, try to slow exhale. I like to think like I'm blowing out a straw during that exhale. Stomach should be inflating a little bit during the inhale, deflating a little bit during that exhale. Let's keep moving through those breaths here while I make a few final comments. And as always, thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting. Really appreciate it. I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope someone on the other side of the screen is getting a good workout in. Maybe they're feeling better about themselves. And maybe just feeling good in general. Hopefully just being here giving you some type of interaction, maybe. I don't really know. But regardless, if you know anybody else that might benefit from a free exercise program like this, same thing, maybe send us a link, maybe try to get them, maybe invite them over, have you both do the workout together in the living room. It's a great way to hold accountability. When you have people that are there supporting you, something, I think back to, when I started doing, free personal training kind of out of my, it's like when I was first getting into it, I was like, hey, I just got to get that experience. I just want to train some people. It's like, hey, come by. I'll do some training for free. And, a lot of that was, just accountability, especially when, you're doing it for free. There's not really a great incentive to go get that workout. But, somebody's counting on you. Somebody's depending on you to, be up and get a workout with them. So that kind of builds accountability. Maybe you got a friend that's, counting on you to get up and get this workout done with them, live. That's a great way, to find that motivation and have kind of an external push, help you get better. Those are the kind of people you want in your life that push you and strive for you to get better. But that is my final comment for the day. I got a pretty strict time schedule today, or I would love to kind of stick around for a few more comments, but I apologize. I gotta go. But thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you all. Let somebody know. Make sure you check out that link tree in the bio if you want to see some of our past workouts. But Jacob signing out. Hope you